Welcome to Ignite Mentoring Bootcamp News. My name is Lucy. Ignite Mentoring Bootcamp is a place where we come to have an encounter with God, where our lives are transformed, our destinies are lifted. We have other activities aside from the transformation encounters. We have sports activities. We have one-on-one mentoring sections with Auntie Tima and Auntie Folake, where the children are allowed to come talk their hearts, come say what they feel and how they feel deep down. Just since they can't relate to their parents, this is a place where they are allowed to say it out, and then solutions will be offered and solutions will be given to them and how to advance in their daily life.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Finally, we are live. Oh my goodness. How many people have been as anxious as I have been? Okay, I can see you. I can see you in the comment section. I see the teen mentors. I see the teen parents. I see my girls or parents, super mamas, super fathers, every one of you. Thank you so much. I mean, it's been amazing throughout the year working with girls. So I just wanted to, show something to us. By the way, if you're just meeting me for the first time, my name is Ati Etima, and I am the Queen Mother, the lead mentor, aka the Queen Mother. The girls hub call me Queen Mother. I'm the lead mentor of the Girls Hub. Yeah, I'm the founder of the Responsible Teens Academy, and I am the commandant of the Ignite Teens Bootcamp. Those are the various hats I wear. So I work basically with girls, but we just have that bootcamp that we run for both girls and boys, because boys are part of the girls' life. So the boys are there because of the girls. So good to see us. I see every one of us. I see UJ, I see Adana, I see Olayode, I see King's Precious, I see Fadiron, sorry, forgive me. And this is the Help Your Daughter series. How many of us were here for the first edition that we had in October, yes, last year? Excuse me. And I'm sorry, excuse me, sorry for that. And it was really amazing. In that edition, we're talking mostly about the girls, self-confidence issues. Yeah. And so today we are, or rather in this set of series, we're going to be talking about focus, because these researchers are sharing some very scary statistics. And I don't know, your girl mom here, and you're not worried. I actually don't know why, because personally, I have 2 biological daughters, and then I have thousands of impact daughters. You don't expect me to be chilling and flexing. No. So I am on top of my game, and I want every one of us to be too. Okay, so before we get on to listen to our first speaker, who by the way is in the studio, I want you to just listen to one of my girls.
Afternoon, good morning, and good evening from wherever you're watching this video. My name is Judith Williams, and I'm a girl in the Girls Hub. The Girls Hub has taught me to be godly. The Girls Hub has taught me to be a leader, and the Girls Hub has taught me to be impactful. We have read many books in the Girls Hub.
Okay, so those are, or that is one of the thousands of girls that God has blessed me with, and every day I see the impact of mentoring in their lives. Many of them are, excuse me, like our daughters, very energetic, very creative, but what we do with them is going to determine what we get from them. So we're going straight to our session. You're going to listen to the bio of our speaker, and then the next face you will see would be his. Are you ready?
Dr. Abba Samuel Omojo Usman was born in Kaduna in 1970, but hails from Alama Borough local government of Kogi State. He attended Army Children's School, Duke Atonement D. Kawo, Kaduna. His secondary school was at Rimi College, Kaduna, after which he proceeded to Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria, for his medical education and graduated in 1999. Did the compulsory NYSC in 2001 at Gwagwalada Specialist Hospital, Abuja. After the NYSC, he proceeded to Jos, where he worked with Messiah Foundation Clinic in 2005. He returned to Gwagwalada Specialist Hospital and to up appointment as a medical officer and have remained in the service of the establishment till date. His residency training in psychiatry was at Federal Neuropsychiatry Hospital, Barnawa, Kaduna. On completion of the residency training, he was appointed consultant psychiatrist in 2018 with special interest in general psychiatry, addiction rehabilitation, and forensic psychiatry. He currently serves as the HOD of the Department of Psychiatry, University of Abuja Teaching Hospital, Gwagwalada, Abuja. Dr. Abba Samuel Omojo Usman is the co-founder of One Up Foundation, an NGO out to support widows, orphans, and the needy in the society. Dr. Abba Samuel Omojo Usman is married to Dr. Rosalind Toyin Abba, and their marriage is blessed with children. With honor in our hearts, let us welcome Dr. Sam to the Help Your Daughter series, Week 1.
Okay, and Dr. Sam is here. Oh, everyone is saying welcome. Please, I need you to help me welcome Dr. Sam. Don't let Dr. Sam tell you what he has been through to be here. Thank you so much, Dr. Parent, girl parent. Are you in the comments welcoming our guest? So that was how somebody just came on one of the groups and said, ah, Dr. Sam is a powerful teacher. And in fact, he's even my pastor. I was like, duh, please allow us breathe. Allow us enjoy your pastor small. Thank you so much, Doctor. Thank you for
evening, everyone.
sharing your time with us. We are so grateful. Welcome, sir.
Thank you for the privilege to be here. I appreciate you
We
all.
appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right, sir. So today our topic is very simple. I mean, I'm not a professional. I'm not in the sciences, first of all. I don't like science. That's why I celebrate you all for the amazing work you're doing. But I want you to speak to us. Everyone in this room is either a girl mom or a girl dad, but mostly girl moms. The daddies are here, but not as many as us, And over the years, I have just noticed how it is that girls are struggling with, focusing. So I began to do some research. Before I was just doing general mentoring. But then I noticed that I was getting some kind of feedback, as if to say there was more or there is more we need to deal with than just telling a girl, stay here, do this, read this book, attend this class, do your chores on time, obey your parents. I just knew that there was something else happening behind the scenes. And I began to do some reading. And then I found out that one of the greatest challenges, the greatest struggle a girl will have would be her ability to focus. I started reading things like, oh, girls, struggle with distraction more than boys. Oh, girls have more mental health problems than boys. Oh, girls, have internal distractions even more than. And I was like, what is going on? So we just like to listen to you, tell us. I know you've been dealing with cases, all sorts, but we just want you to tell us how these issues of, distraction, especially mind wandering, you know, what's the other one? Daydreaming and just things like that, how badly it could affect our girls. I'm here to learn, Sam, with my book and pen, sir.
Thank you for giving me the privilege to address us tonight. And thank you for the platform.
So,
Now, the girl child is a special species to God and to everyone, particularly in their early teens or preteen period, early teens and late teens. They are very special, and this age group is very, very, very special. Incidentally, mothers have passed through these challenges, and when they become mothers and their daughters are in this period of time, they forget what they have gone through, and instead of being of help to their daughters, they provoke the challenges. Now, look at it from this point. Medically, the ladies mature earlier than the guys, than the boys, the girls than the boys. So they attain puberty early than the boys. When we talk about puberty, we're talking about a season in their life in which they are not in control. There's a lot of hormonal imbalances taking place at that time that even the girl child does not know what is happening to her. And it's expected that this is the period that the parent should be the guide. But most times, that is when the parent loses it. Yes, there's change in the structure of the lady, there's change in the habit, there's
sorry,
changes
sir.
in her
Sorry,
desire.
sir. Some parents say they are not hearing you clearly, so you might have to help us. Yeah. Shout it
Okay,
loud.
I hope we'll hear better now.
Yes, sir.
Is it better?
Yes, it is slightly better.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
okay, fine, fine, fine. So, like I said, that is a period that a lot of changes is taking place. The lady physically is undergoing changes she has never experienced before. So in her mind, she's struggling with what she's seeing. Secondly, emotionally, she's undergoing some changes. Psychologically, she's undergoing changes. And all these changes, unfortunately, most times, the parents do not prepare them for it. So the girl child enters into a season in her life that she's not well equipped. She needs information. The information is not being provided by the parent. She has to get information from her peers. And truly, all of them are learning at the same time. So if all of us are students, how can we pass very well? It becomes a challenge. Secondly, their desires, attention, and affections is also changing. Their mood is also changing. So you notice your child that used to be very obedient, immediately she enters this age, she becomes stubborn, and you think it's demon. So sometimes we begin to cast out demons from them. And that alone, casting out demon from your child, most often your biological child that grew up with you just because she's in a particular age, instead of helping her, tends to pull her down. She loses her self-esteem. She begins to feel as if somebody that she's not normal. And this is coming from the family. It's easier for her to bear some things if it's coming from the outside world. But unfortunately, again, it comes from within, and most often, not even from the father. From my experience and counsel with young ones, it usually comes from the mother. This brings distraction. Now, the internal distractions we see among the children and ladies coming from their peers is basically because our parents were not available for them or to guide them through. So they go to the younger ones or their colleagues to get information from them. And this keeps them off. They now believe whatever their peers are telling them than what the parents are saying. Because of the reaction of the mother or the father, instead of bonding, we now have gaps. And these gaps encourages them to form bondings or bonds with their peers. They dream, they think of the future, they plan their things without involving the parents. Now, these things are supposed to be done in the early, in short, the pre-teens age. So as they enter into the teen, you pick them up and flow with them as their best friends. But most times, we parents and the mothers, we want to become the friends of our daughters when they are 16, when they are 18. And that time you are losing them already because somebody has been there for them from 10. You are coming in at 16. It's late. So we must be able to bridge the gap. We must be able to bridge the gap and let them know that we are for them. Emotionally, when a lady is becoming 18 during the puberty stage, her affection is towards her dad. It is the way God made it. The emotions she develops is towards the opposite sex. So if you are not careful as a mother, your daughter will be more closer to her father than yourself. Except the father is used to her and knows what she's going through, he may not be of help to her. I don't know why God did it that way. Where the help is to be found is not where her attention is being drawn to. Her attention ought to be to the mother, then they will bond together and work out. But that's not what it is. And that's where people have challenges. So mothers will now become angry that my daughter is closer to her father than myself. Why? And she will shout on them. Why are you closer? Why are you going? Talk to me. It doesn't work that way. It is the way it is biologically. So knowing that, it's either you walk through your husband to access her, or you yourself make yourself available intentionally. The distractions that our children experience in these early ages, we cannot do anything about some of them because they are natural. If you tell a lady, don't be attracted to the opposite sex, you're only killing her. You're only telling her what is not correct. And I say it every time because biologically she will feel it. But if you now draw her close and say, I know this is what you experience at this age, but this is the way to manage it, that is mentoring. Mentoring is different from parenting. And parenting is different from being a mother. Everyone that gives birth is a mother. But the act of guiding your child on the right path is parenting. And that is very, very difficult to do. Because sometimes you may have to go off your way against your inclination to do what will keep her on track. So it's very, very important. The dreaming is natural. You can't stop it, but it can be guided. Yeah, just like a child that eats so much. You can't stop the child from eating, but you can guide the child on this is what you should eat, this is what you should eat, because eating this way will destroy your destiny, will bring obesity, will bring this. But you can't stop the child from eating. Every child, as she grows, will either begin to start thinking and dreaming of her future, the kind of life she wants to live, who is her model, a role model, the kind of music she wants to hear. And because most times the parents are not there, it's their peers that gives them the foundation of some of these things. And peer pressure is very important in this age group. So it makes them to want to conform to what the other people are doing. But availability of the mother or the father via parenting is what will guide our kids in this difficult. Don't understand. Take note, your preteens are not in control of what is happening to them in that age group. They don't understand themselves. However, they are bossy. They claim they know what is happening, but they are not in control. So we that are elderly who have gone through this thing and by the grace of God have come out should now be there knowing fully they don't understand. So even when they are proving to be arrogant, you don't deal with them on that ground.
Oh, so sorry about that network. But who is getting this information? What's the first thing that stood out to you? For me, it was the fact that preteens, especially teens, they are not yet in full control of what is happening to them. That's what doctor has been saying since. Are you serious? They are not in control. Yes, we've always heard that, oh, puberty is that thing, that changes, that is causing changes in a girl's life and all that. We've been hearing of that. But how many of us really knew that it was a control thing? It was something that is like something is just driving them, something is just, you know, moving them, something is just taking them on, and they're just going. It's like that merry-go-round thing that we go to use in the amusement park. You don't have control over it until it stops, then you stop. You can't jump out. So this is really, really key. What else did you hear? What else did you hear? I heard something that I was going to be like, Doctor, why are you telling this to me? How that no matter what we say or do, our girls are, let me reduce my voice. Our girls are going to be drawn to the opposite gender. So you see this issue of you catch your girl doing something wrong, you now beat her, hit her. Did you hear what doctor said? You are meant to guide her. You're meant to tell her that sit down. See this thing? This is it. You are meant to guide her. You are not meant to come and fight her. I see the way sometimes we fight our daughters. We fight them as if there's one thing two of us are dragging. That girl she's confused. She's not in control. She's not in charge. She needs help. If there's anything we're taking away from this class, it is the fact that our daughters need all the support that they can get from us, both as mothers and as fathers. Welcome back, sir. Can you hear me, sir?
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead, sir.
Okay,
We can hear you.
sorry. Nigeria
Yes.
network.
It's okay, sir.
Okay, ma, thank you. So
Yes,
like I
sir.
said, so the experiences are real. The distractions are real. We cannot remove them, but we can guide them through the distractions. We can help them to
Sorry,
manage
please can I
distractions.
ask you a
No, we
question,
can't
sir?
eliminate the distractions. Please go ahead. An open session.
Yes.
Go
So
ahead.
when you say that girls are very likely to daydream, just think about their future, their husbands, their children. Um, what do you think, as someone that has worked with people that, I mean, that work with the mind of people? Are they thinking positive? Are they thinking negative? Are they thinking anxious? Like, how do you think the thoughts are going? What do you think is happening? I want to understand those thoughts.
Okay, fine. This, like I said, is a formative year. So they think about these things. I use the word anxious because they want to see themselves in it.
Anxiously. Okay.
So it
Okay.
occupies them. It molds what they do and what they think. I don't know if you try the experiment. Gather 4 teenagers together. Give them 3 hours to talk. There's no how they will not talk about their future. They will not talk about. There's no way they will stay and they will not talk about their homes in the future. What they are dreaming about. That is how they are created, and that's how they are. So, and all we can do is to help them not to.
Sorry about that. Doctor is not in his base, so that's why his network is really, really bad. So who else heard what doctor said? I really, really took note of it. He said that most of their thoughts are anxious thoughts. So it's not like they're just sitting and just dreaming of this beautiful life and all that. They're also anxious. Now I get it. A lot of things are coming, a lot of things are adding up. Yes. They are thinking. This is no, yes, this is for the parents, not the girls, please. This is for the parents, not the girls. These girls are thinking about these things in an anxious way, like, is it going to happen? I now see why it's a problem. Because think about it. If they're thinking about it in a pleasant way, then it should just be like positivity and optimism. But now they're thinking about it in an anxious way. And for some of them, there's fear, there is worry, there is just uncertainty. Again, this is where we come in. You see why I always say that we cannot impact girls without parents. The conversations, a little thing like the conversations that we have with our daughters, can help to bring stability, can help to bring hope, can help to bring assurance, reassurance. There's something doctor said earlier on when he said that when the girls are, confused and going through that struggle, when they come to us, we now give it to them hot. Then they turn around and they go back to their peers. It's a problem. It's a problem. So this is the time when you're supposed to be giving them a lot of hope. Don't be painting things. Nigeria is bad. This country is dying, is crumbling. You are going to be worsening the issue for your daughter. Who caught that light? These girls don't like hassle. So even though they are going to hassle, they need to have some soft landing so that they can focus. So I need to just encourage us. So now, when you come and you see your girl lost in thoughts, don't wonder why she's lost in thoughts. Just know that she's thinking, how will my own be? Oh, how will I end up? All these people that don't like me. There's nothing she's not thinking about. All right, sir. Thank you, and sorry for your network. We understand you're not in your base, so I know. I get it. Sorry, sir.
Sorry about that.
Yes, sir.
So, like I was saying, I really didn't want to go much into medicine, but I think I will do it a little. Medically, anxiety, depression, and all the mood disorders is more prevalent and more common among the ladies. And so our girls are part and parcel of the ladies or the women. Therefore, in this their age, they are much concerned about what is happening, so they spend time thinking about it, planning for what will not come to pass in the next 10 years. Try it and interact with any of your teens. You discover that they have plans of how their home is going to look like, going to be set up, all these things. Is it the time to think about it? No. But somebody must guide them to show them that, look, there's time for everything, and help them to have a timeline for their life. But most times our parents don't help us. They only just castigate you. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? They go to their rooms. You are not in the room with them. They have their graphs. They have their things, and they do their things without your knowledge. Also, at this age group that they belong to, they fantasize a lot. So most of the time, what they are doing is just fantasy. Fantasy can be good, it can be bad. If I'm planning to become a medical doctor and at 12, I've started dreaming about it, that's a good one. But because their time is spent around their peers, they fantasize on what is wrong. They have role models that are wrong. They have people they look up to, either musicians, actors and actresses that have nothing godly around their lives. I've seen parents who will insist, don't watch this film, don't listen to this music. The kids will do that when you are around. When you leave, they do something else. Why? Parenting is wrong. What you ought to do is call them. This is this, this is this, and this is the reason why you should not. So whatever the child is doing it based on facts and reasons, not based on the fact that my mother doesn't want it. No. If we train our children at this age to just do what we want, we are training them to become rebels. But if we train them to know what is right and what is wrong, and they make a choice, we are training them to do something else. It's because initially they were only just conforming to what their parent wants, but not transformed. You can conform, but you are not transformed. Transformation comes by knowledge. You know that this thing is not supposed to be so, this thing is not supposed to be so, and you are taught by your father or your mother, and it has become part and parcel of your life. So whether they are there or not, you are taking a decision based on what you have been taught. So these things, it's expected that parents should spend more time with them to teach. Sure, teenage period is a teaching period. If you want to do it rightly, you must spend time to teach. Whether you are a busy father, a busy mother, you must create time to teach your children to know the difference between what is right and what is wrong. If we don't teach and we dictate, when they leave us, they will do what their peers, what their friends, what their colleagues are. And there's pressure that they are going through in this age group to belong to the group. Nobody wants to be looked at as a Jew guy or a Jew girl. But they can be called Jew boys and Jew girls, and if we have taught them, they will embrace being Jews. But if they are not taught, they will look at it as, my parents want me to do what they want, but that is not the in thing. I know the world has changed. Our kids know more than what we think they know. They have experiences beyond what we think they have experienced. Internet is there. Facebook is there. WhatsApp is there. And they do it without your knowledge. And all these are during our time, there was nothing like that. So nobody is distracted from all these stuff. But these ones now, a child that is 11, 12 and doesn't have a phone feels they are treating me bad. And if you want to give them the phone and give them the phone without monitoring, you're on your own. I have how many teenagers now? I have about 4 teenagers under me now. Now, last week, while going to Facebook, my wife discovered that is on Facebook. He's 13 years. And when we went into the profile, that guy opened the Facebook 3 years ago.
Jesus.
He opened the Facebook 3 years ago.
What? My goodness.
And she wanted to react. She wanted to react. And I said, my friend, if you react, you kill this guy. So call him and tell him you have seen him on Facebook. But how did he get there? And engage him. Incidentally, I think he has more friends than even her on Facebook.
It's not true.
I went to the Facebook and saw that almost all his classmates
are
on
there.
Facebook.
What?
Almost all his classmates are on Facebook. That's a very big distraction. So if you attack them, forget it, or you will not know what is happening. But if you embrace them, you will guide them. You will know what is happening to your kids. So parents need to embrace this kid, because honestly speaking, they don't know what is happening. They are just flowing based on the hormonal changes in their lives and then the peer pressure. It's our responsibility to guide them and tell them this can be your limit. This is what you should do. This is what you should not do. If you do it this way, you'll get a good result. If you do it this other way, you get a bad result. So I will be with you and I will guide you through. And that is it. So it's our responsibility as parents to be guardians to our kids. Show them and carry them along. Shouting does not help any teenager. Flogging them or caning them does not help them if there is no foundation of teaching, of instructions, of guidance.
Please, sir, I need you to take that line again. That has been good one.
Again, I say it. Shouting does not help our teenagers. Flogging them or beating them is not the solution. The best thing we can do is to guide them, teach them, instruct them, and draw them close to ourselves. They will tell us what their friends are telling them. They will share with you what they are going through. I've had one teenager sent me a message. If I kill somebody, will I go to hell? That's a very big one.
Kill,
So that
as
teenager
in
is
murder.
experiencing something.
Yes.
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 That's what I'm saying. What? Experiencing something, but she needs to vent out. Our children are going through a lot and they need to vent out. And until we make ourselves available, we will not access what they are going through. These little ones we are seeing on the outside is just the ones that they are manifesting. The battle is always in their mind. They are bombarded with a lot of thoughts. I know this modern age of social media, TV, internet is not helping anybody, not even our teenagers, because they see things and these things are destructive. How do children get to use substances? Is it not from peer pressure? I want to try what my colleagues are trying. I want to see what is involved in this thing. If I don't do it, everybody say I don't do it. So they try to experiment. Experimentation is there. But somebody must guide our kids to let them know that these are temptations you will face. And if you are facing it, feel free to share. Please, parents, take note. Let your kids get to the point whereby even if they do something wrong, they can come and report themselves that they have done something wrong. Then pick it from there and teach and instruct and guide. That's the key thing for success. Teach, instruct, and guide the teenager, and that will be better for us. Thank you very much.
Hey, I was still trying to understand, what doctor had said about a girl from the way you shared that story. That was a girl asking that question. And this is what I say all the time. They will just be keeping quiet and doing fine girl, we love Jesus. What is inside their mind is where the issue is. That's why I'm saying that sometimes this mind wandering, where are their minds wandering to? It's not every time that it is on something beautiful. I feel that sometimes it's on something dangerous. Look at like what you just said. She's scheming, she's planning. Maybe I should just put this one. Maybe I should just we can't tell, which is why I just like the way doctor has emphasized, and he has kept emphasizing throughout his talk how we should guide them. See, there's something I learned that doctor said, guide your children to think, how to think. Doctor, sometimes we feel like parenting is only about do's and don'ts. Don't do this, don't go here. What of what they should do? What of how they should do it? What of why they should do it? It's not just about commandments. Thou shalt not, thou shalt
That's
not.
right.
So what should we do? There was something you said in trying to answer my question about fantasizing about the future. You said teach them how to set small goals and with timelines. That way it's bringing them back to the present. I love that. That is something that personally I'm going to do. I'm going to commit to doing. Okay, so instead of you to just sit down and think about your future according to you, something that is never going to happen, why don't you think about something that is going to happen and something that you must make happen? I love that. Who else heard that? Okay, doctor, so before we let you go, because we have like 10 more minutes, I want you to share, you have met a lot of psychiatric cases. What could parents have done to prevent a woman or a lady from getting to that point of coming to the psychiatric clinic? I know it's
that's a
plenty.
very big question. Well, for me, I think the best that the parent can do to prevent their children from developing obvious psychiatric problem is be your kids' friend. Be available for them. Let your children be able to ask you questions without fear. I repeat again, let them be able to ask you questions without fear. What I mean is this. If your daughter can come and ask you, what does it mean to have sex? And you shout, why are you thinking about it? You have killed that child. You have broken the relationship between the two of you, and she will never, except by divine help, come again to ask you serious questions. But if she asks and you say, oh, you know what sex is all about, sit down. This your question is very interesting. How did you get to know? Let's discuss. You have created a welcoming atmosphere. Your child will now discuss with you. He will unburden herself, and she will tell you why she asked that question. So shouting, zero. Welcoming atmosphere allows them to share with you. The truth is they are going through a lot. You have forgotten. If you're a mother and you have forgotten what you went through, that's the way God created life. You pass a stage, you sometimes forget what you have gone through. So you have forgotten what this stage is all about. And currently, you are not even the age they are in. When you were a teenager, you never used phone. You never saw pornographic videos. But this one is flashing on their phones. So what they're experiencing is different from what all of us who are parents now have experienced. But we can give them room to share. This thing is not
Thank
good.
you, sir.
It has been discovered that teenage suicide arises because children watch some of these things on film, not because they want to commit suicide. Take note, but because they watch it on the film and try to practice what they've learned. If we're available for them to share, we will be able to know what they are. Sometimes deliberately and intentionally decide to watch what your kids are watching. Decide to stay with them just to play with them and let them be more freer with you. Intentionally ask about their friends. Intentionally ask about their challenges. Call them. What are your challenges? What is bothering your mind? What are you going through now? Let's just be free. Take them out. That way you assess them, because when things are bottled up within a child, they express themselves in emotional traumas. They express themselves in problems like anxiety, depression, suicide, and all this stuff. And then at that point, we'll be running helter-skelter. But they are preventable if somebody is available for them to flow with them. So I encourage our parents, make yourself available. Be about your child, and then make your mind that I will be available for my child. I will create for her. Either once a week, twice a week, once a month, but intentionally talk with them, be open. Tell them. Initially, it will be difficult because they are not used to it, but tell them, open up yourself. Whatever you want to say, I'm not judgmental. I've seen teenagers come to talk to me and they say, what I'm telling you now, don't tell my mother because she doesn't know. And that's terrible.
Wow.
And that's terrible.
Okay.
A particular lady, she opened up a lot to me and then said, each time I tell my parents, they always say I have a demon. So since I'm already having demon, so I keep it to myself. That's a very terrible state. So let's not be too spiritual in handling our children that will make them feel they're demonized. If you, the parent, is not demonized, most likely your child is not demonized. So let's cease from using the language, I want to cast out the devil. I want to cast out the devil disturbing you. This. It's dealing with their emotions and it's killing them internally. Thank you, ma.
Thank you so much, sir. So dealing with their emotions or inability to deal with their emotions is killing them gradually. You see, I asked that question because
Yes.
I wanted us to know that the people in the psychiatric clinic, they are people's children. They are human beings like every one of us.
Yeah.
For them to end up there, it means that something is wrong. And I want us to go back to it because I believe in prevention.
Yeah.
And most of those people, it's just so, what I took from this answer that you just gave is the fact that their minds are overburdened with stuff. Overburdened, it's like too much load.
That's right.
Too much load. And there is only so much our daughters can take. So when you say something like, me, I'm not the talking type, I don't understand. You are not the talking type. So what should your girl do? She just be pouring, keeping all those things inside her? I mean, I need us to do better. I need us to do better. Doctor had said something about our girls having anxious thoughts, and I was saying it. Please let us reduce the pressure we put on these girls, the words we use. What is the meaning of cast out demon? I like the way doctor said it. You are not a demon, so why is your daughter a demon? I mean, that's it. Why do you think? Where did she get it from? And if she got it, come and explain to us why she's the demon in your house. Why are we using those words? And do you know, doctor, I want to believe that those are some of the words that can also distract them because they are thinking,
Completely.
so this
Yeah.
and this, so I'm that. See where the distractions are coming from. We are also part of the problem. We're the ones giving them what to worry and be anxious about.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hope we're learning. I hope we have taken down notes on what we want to start doing. Make it a date with your children. Go to your children's room. I have 3 teenagers. My 2 daughters, I'm always on their case. When I go to their mommy, go to your room. I say, I'm not going, I'm lying on your bed today. This your bed. This is where I am. Don't wait for them and say they did not come to me. They know you go to them. Teenagers, they have attitude, though, including me. They still say, Mommy, be going. The other day I slept early. My daughter said, for the first time you slept early. I say, hey, this girl, I'll come for you tomorrow. So you go, you are the one to make yourself friendly. Yes, some children are, like my son is more outgoing. But most of our daughters, they it's like they need you to hold them. I don't know if that's the right appropriate word to use. But don't just say, I asked her now. Like some parents tell me, doctor, you say, but I asked her, she said nothing. But I asked her, she said
Ah,
nothing. And what do you want me to do?
okay.
You cannot, you have to do something, you know. And
Be
something
intentional.
else you
Yeah.
said, sir, something else you said about role modeling. When they are picking these role models from these things that they are watching, it could go
Mm.
get into their minds and occupy too much space. And it's even the wrong role models, unfortunately. This is why we tell parents, let your girls
Mm.
join girls hub. I know how many girls in the girls hub send me messages and say, I need to talk to you. Their mothers don't need to know, and we are fine. They send an email at Tetima, this is,
Mm-hmm.
in fact, the kind of emails I get, I'm struggling with this. I can't even tell the parents what their daughters are struggling with. What is the aim? We are
Right.
supposed to
Right.
solve the
Right.
problem. Let's solve it and move on. But some of us just feel
Yeah.
like, no, this mentoring thing is an Oyibo thing. You heard when
Ah.
doctor said it. There's a difference between mentoring and parenting. It's not Oyibo. My daughter has once gone to a mentor. I need to see you. I need a session with you. I was like, what is wrong with this guy? She went, had the session, came back home, and everybody was all right. She took, as in, but I was glad because I've always said to them, you gain nothing keeping these things inside you. Why?
Right.
Find
Yeah.
someone
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
express yourself to. So many mothers grew up keeping things. If I ask us now,
Mm-hmm.
how many people you say, oh, I don't trust anybody. If I tell you my matter and you decide to go to Facebook, you are on your own. I according to
Right.
Oprah said I don't have embarrassing moments. I'm like that. I don't get embarrassed easily. I don't get ashamed because I'm a human being. Everybody is. So this issue
Yeah.
of they'll take my matter away. Your daughters are hearing. They now feel like nobody can be trusted. And then they are keeping
Yeah.
these things and keeping these things, and it turns around to haunt them and becomes a great
Mm-hmm.
source of distraction. Hmm. Thank you so much, doctor. We have to let you go. Or does anybody have just one question to ask doctor? Because me, I have plenty, but I need to let doctor go. Doctor has had a very long two,
The,
3 days. Any last question? Any quick question? Okay, doctor, I can't see any question. I want you to just give us your last word so we can let you go and then we will just round up on our own.
don't give up on your daughters. They are
Hmm.
precious. So spend precious time with them. Thank you.
Hmm. Oh my God. That's what I'll call word. Don't give up
Thank you.
on your daughters. They are precious, so you must spend precious time with them. Thank you. Somebody saying thank you to doctor in the comments. Please remember to say thank you. We appreciate you, sir. We hope that we
Thank
can
you.
bring you to our midst every once in a
Thank
while.
you.
You already said that girls are special, special. So you come and be helping us, especially when you notice a new trend. Please, sir, especially when you notice a new
No
trend,
problem.
just
Thank
buzz me and say something is happening.
Yes.
And Tetima, I need
Yes.
girl parents to know. We have a community. We'll just get on a quick call with you so we can get the information that will transform our daughters. Sir, do we have a deal, sir?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir.
So,
God bless you. The parents are
so,
appreciating you
thank you very
with the
much. Have a
coverage.
great night.
Thank
God
you, you
bless
too,
you.
sir. God bless you,
Bye
sir.
bye.
Amen, sir. Thank you,
Bye.
sir. Bye, sir. All right, dear parents, so go to the comments and write what you heard. Let me write that point down. Don't give up on your daughters. Yeah, they are precious. Spend precious time with them. Spend precious time with them. So, I want us to take a quick break and then I want to tell you something. Something really, really special and important. After this break, I'll come on it and I'll share that with you, and then we would close. Hello, dear parents. If you live outside Nigeria, like the UK, the US, Canada, Amsterdam, Australia, wherever, and you are raising girls, I need you to pay attention to this. The past 2 years has seen me working very closely with girls who either relocated, from Nigeria or have been there for quite some time. In fact, they occupy about 90% of the one-on-one sessions that I have. These girls are struggling, not because we are bad parents. These girls are struggling because of the environment that they find themselves in. So the environment versus your family values, the environment versus our culture as a people. They're struggling with their esteem, they're struggling with their confidence, they're struggling with the values. They don't get it. For example, in Nigeria, we believe that if you're born a girl, stay a girl. But here they go, and there are too many options. It's confusing for them. You can't shout these things into them. You cannot scream, "Do you know who you are?" to them. It's insufficient. I've heard girls in diaspora say things like, "Oh, but what is wrong with?" Things that are outrightly wrong. It's seemingly looking acceptable. I've seen some of them that have said, "I'm not interested in marriage. I do not have to get married. That's your business. Everybody can do whatever they want." But you don't know because you're their parents, so they will not express it to you because they know you will not like it. But when they come into therapy, they bear it all out. So this is an opportunity. This class, is an exclusive class just for 100 girls who live in the diaspora, who would soon be going to these nations of the world. I want to use this opportunity to repeat. The brain memorizes things that are repeated. To emphasize also the values, the culture, what is expected of them. To also hold them accountable and let them know that they are being watched. So, I'm employing you to register your girls for the Girls in the Diaspora class. This class is not made public. It is strictly for girls in our community. Girls in the Girls Hub, girls in the Help Your Daughter series community, girls that have gone through, some kind of teaching in our setting. It is not for strangers. It is also open to the friends, the relatives of this set of girls I mentioned earlier, so that it's not coming to them as hearsay. You know what I mean? I want to encourage you. This class is holding in a few days' time. Okay, please register your girl. 12,500, 15,000 naira. 15,500 is small compared to 5 sessions of 60K each when there is a problem. By that time, it will be an emergency, and we don't want that happening. So please get on it. Get everybody that you know in the diaspora to join us for this class. God bless you. Thank you so much. Okay, so I just needed to say that before we begin to wrap. The dear girl parents, to go to the comments and tell me, what is that one thing that is stopping you from deeply connecting with your teenagers, teen girls? What's that one thing? What's that hindrance? What do you think is the problem? Or what feedback are you getting from the girl? Why is she unable to dump her emotional troubles on you? If your girl is not dumping her frustration on you, then she's taking it in, or she's telling her friends who cannot help her. So if you're here and your girls are not, expressing their anger, their fear, their anxiety, their challenges, something is wrong. I don't need you. I met a parent recently, and I was telling the parent that something is wrong with this child. And the parent was like, I've tried, I've asked them, I don't want to say now, I don't know. You can't take that posture. You want your daughter a psychiatric case. You heard what the doctor said. When I asked him that what can we do to prevent our daughters from becoming psychiatric case, I thought he was going to mention some heavy things, and he says allow them unburden emotionally on you, because the number one problem or number one cause of psychiatric problems is emotions, is mind, sickness of the mind. And the mind is what the seat of emotions and feelings and all that is the mind. Your emotions are sitting in your mind. So if your emotions are not okay, that mind will become sick, and then you go off. And then somebody's like, God forbid, it's not my child. Whose child is it? Let's do something about these girls. Let's not just watch them. I can't even begin to share all the cases I have had recently with the way girls are, just deciding to do whatever they like, or even if it's going to hurt you as their parent. They don't care because they feel like you don't care. So they're willing to do whatever it is as long as they'll feel better, even if it hurts you. That's such a painful thing. I don't wish it for any parent. I believe that our children are given to us as a source of joy. As a source of joy, not chaos, not trouble. So if something is going wrong, let's go back to the drawing board. Please make no mistakes. Our girls are going to be rude. If you have daughters between ages 13 and 16, wear your camouflage, tie belt, wear boots, not to fight, but to see what is going to come your way. It's not compulsory, but from counseling and from the work I do, I found that as the most turbulent age in a girl's life, 13 to 16. That is when the fights are coming. That is when the arguments. That is when everything, it looks like everything is going upside down. But if you wear that kit I just mentioned, you will be ready to be patient. You'll be ready to be empathic. You'll be ready to be supportive, to be loving, to be kind, to embrace and not to attack, like Doctor has said. Okay, so while all that is going on, one of the major reasons why we put together this series was because we wanted to let parents know that focus starts with us. Help, you heard Doctor say, guide your daughters on how to think. I'm like, seriously? So when their minds are wandering up and down, guide them, teach them, guide them. We are here to also guide them, just that we're guiding them for a fee. We have early bird, it's still going on. We have a few more days. After early bird, you would have had so many more reasons that you need to get your girl into the class, and then it will be 15K. And there's nothing that we can do. So please take advantage and do that registration this night. If you're not in Nigeria, you can register outside. Rather, you can register on Seller. Sorry about that. You can register on Seller. But if you're in Nigeria, we have the amount where the bank, you can pay directly into the bank so that you get your girls to that class. Ages 10 and above are the people that we are preparing for. So don't forget, we have so many programs for your girls. Did you hear doctor say that teenage is for teaching? Don't say at this point we have not started. Every month there is something. In the girls' hall, I just finished the girls' hall, one of the classes in the girls' hall. We started at 6. We are continuing tomorrow. Teenage is for teaching. Don't complain, please. This is the time to teach them. I was teaching them about, how dating is a source of distraction. So don't worry, I'm not going to be teaching them what doctor taught you people. What I'm teaching them is different. But we have the same goal. We want our girls to focus like bosses. Let your daughter focus like a boss. Let her lead herself to focus because she knows what she needs and she has what she needs. So that's what, this whole session is all about, the distraction management class. Yeah, make sure you get your girls in. We have the girls hub. Registration is ongoing for next year. If your daughters are not there, book your slots. It's just 10K. Book your slots. Some people are paid fully. I'm like, hey, we're just in June. Some people are paid, they are just waiting and attending all these courses. Then, of course, we have Igniting Boot Camp. Boot Camp is for girls and boys, and it's happening in August in 4 places: Lagos, Port Harcourt, Abuja, and online. Online are not connecting to offline. They have their own proper, impactful session. We did it last year and it was powerful. Same thing we're doing on camp, they are doing online. Don't ask us how we do it. We have grace. Yeah. I think we gotta go. But before we go, please just watch this last clip and please don't forget to if you have not subscribed now, you have not done well. If you're on this stream, it's a free class. The least you can do is to subscribe. Yes, I said I had an announcement. I have a gift for everyone that is in this class. Yes. It's a resource for your spouse. It's not for you, mommy. It's for your spouses. It's for your spouses, your husbands. That resource is such a beautiful resource. 5 things that distract your daughter, only her father can fix. Who was that resource? Very beautiful resource. You can come through it, but it's basically not for you, for your husband. So thank you so much. I am hoping to see you next week, Friday. It's every Friday we meet. We just had a little challenge because doctor was, had an emergency yesterday. But please invite everybody that's raising a girl child. Just invite them. Next week, Friday, 8 p.m. And then the last one would be on the 5th of July, Friday at 8 p.m. as well. I really, really, really do appreciate us. Please hang in here a few minutes before you go.
My name is Janelle and I am 11 years old. The Girls Hope has been a blessing to me, my family, and other people around me. Girls Hope has taught us things such as how to be confident, how to improve self-esteem, how to manage our emotions, how to replace I can't with I must, how to dress well and be elegant, knowing that I am a queen. In the Girls Hub, we have weekly confident tasks. We also read a book a month and we review it. We are also taught to keep a daily journal. I want to thank my mom for registering me in this program. It has done so much for me. I also want to thank Auntie Atima, our queen mother, for always supporting us through our journey. If you're a girl and you're not in this Girls Hub, you are really missing a lot. So I encourage you to join the Girls Hub.
The Ignite bootcamp that holds in 3 states in Nigeria was born in the city of Abuja by the convener and commandant Auntie Etima Ume. It was indeed a mission to ignite the next generation of young leaders by mentoring, coaching, creating opportunities for large scale, and of course, spiritual growth and enrichment. So every year we go to 3 cities in Nigeria: Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, and Ignite has been ignited.
Yeah, I've experienced lots of things. I've learned how to make good friends. I know how to talk. I know how to express myself freely. I really want to thank my mom and my dad for supporting me, for encouraging me to come here and know more about God